Hello YouTube! Today we're going to talk about everything you need to be prepared. Now we're not talking about skills and practicing skills. This is basically going to be a shopping list. Okay? Now I'm going to break it into 3 separate videos. We'll have the basic, the better, and the best. And for each video we'll break down the food, water, power, and a few other things. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got all this in a spreadsheet. If you need a copy of this, just include your email and a comment and I'll try and get it to you. We're going to start with the basic. This is for like an ice storm or something where you're going to be without stuff for a couple of weeks. You're on your own for 2 or 3 weeks. Up here you can plug in like the number of people in your group. So we'll do 4 people and you can see where it changes stuff all through here. Okay, so we're going to start with food. Alright, so we're going to go for the Mountain House 14-day emergency food kit. And you can see we got 4 of them because we got 4 people, and each person's going to have 1 kit. They're $240 each. These prices are rough, and the total would be $960. I've got a video on the Mountain House 14-day kit, and I'll link it at the bottom so you can go through and see where I basically taste tested it all and went through all that. Alright, next up we got canned food. So I put down 2 cans per person per day. So 28 cans for 14 days per person. Multiply that by 4 and about $1 a can. Just rough these out, right? So it's 112 bucks for that. Next up we got your existing fridge and freezer. I put 0 for this. So if you didn't have the freezer, you could add that, and it adds 700 bucks for a big box freezer. That's a good thing to have, a nice freezer, because you can buy stuff on sale and freeze it in quantity, stuff like that. So I won't get into all that right now. Next up is a grill, propane grill. Pick one of those up for maybe 300 bucks. And you'll have a way to cook when everything's out. If you lose power or whatever, got a way to cook your food. And a propane tank. Let's just do 1 of those, about 30 bucks. So a total for food is $1,400, roughly. Alright, let's move on to water. So we got bottled water. I put down 2 gallons per person per day. About $1 a gallon, so that's $95 for 4 people. And I put down a life straw. This is it's like a filter. So if you had some source of water, you could filter it. It's always good as a backup. 1 per person, like 14 bucks each. So that's only $151 for water. All right, so we got our food and water. Let's look at power. Okay, for power, we're going to look at a generator. And I want to get probably like an 8K or 7K generator, somewhere in there, run you about $800. And if you're going to have a generator, you need to get a transfer switch so you can bring that power safely into your house without risking electrocuting any of the linesmen and stuff. You don't want to backfeed your house through a dryer vent or anything like that. It's a bad idea. So you get a good generator, maybe a dual fuel, so it runs on gas or propane, and then get a good transfer switch, and that even gives you the ability to switch different things on and off that maybe your generator couldn't run them all at the same time. So that's kind of cool. And of course, to run that, you're going to need the gas. So you're going to need some gas cans. I put down 3 5-gallon gas cans, 20 bucks each is 60. And then you got to fill them. So that's 15 gallons of gas, around 3 bucks, just roughing it in, 40 bucks or so. So power is going to run about 1,100 bucks. All right, let's look at security. So you're going to need to get one of these if you don't already have one. And of course, if you get one, you got to have a safe to put it in, for sure. All right, so security, this is just the basic. Gets you're in for under $1,000. Okay, communications. This first level, let's say your TV, your internet's out. You need like a battery backed radio, or in this case maybe a hand crank weather radio. These things are cheap, 20 bucks. And that gets you a little bit of information. And then that brings us to the miscellaneous column. And now this is just a sample, and you could have 100 things in this column. But just for example, we'll run a few things down. We got flashlights and batteries, lighters, knives, tarps. You know, if the wind blows some shingles off the roof, you got to put a tarp up there. First aid kits, and this is just the most basic. I mean, you could do a lot more here. Chainsaw is a must for people like me. We live in Florida and we got hurricanes, and you know, you always got trees down, limbs across the road, and all kinds of stuff like that. So you got to have a chainsaw and make sure it's in good working order before the storm comes. And of course, good old hard cash. So the banks are closed, the bank machines are empty. Maybe the power's out and you can't use a credit card. Well, it's good to have some cash on hand. Maybe 500 bucks. Get you through a couple of weeks storm. So the miscellaneous column adds up a little bit. But then, you know, so basically, you know, for the 2-week, 3-week storm, you're looking at under $5,000. And, you know, that's going to get you through the vast majority of problems that are going to happen, right? So this is the most likely to happen column. Basic preparedness under $5,000. So if you don't have all this stuff, you better get to work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.